The journey, from trauma to triumph. A path to healing and growth, living in a world painted with shades of gray. Every day was a battle against shadows, echoes of a past trauma that clung to me like a second skin. I felt lost, adrift in a sea of pain with no land in sight. But deep within, a flicker of hope remained, a whisper urging me to find a way back to the light. The first step. Acknowledgment. One day, staring into the mirror, I saw not just my reflection, but the reflection of my pain. Acknowledging the trauma was the hardest part. It meant facing the darkness I had so carefully kept hidden. But in that moment of raw honesty, a strange sense of liberation began to emerge. This is where the journey begins, we thought, with truth. Finding stillness. Meditation. I began practicing meditation. At first, it was agonizing. My mind raced, bombarded by intrusive thoughts and painful memories. But with each session, I learned to gently guide my thoughts, to observe them without judgment, and to find moments of stillness amidst the chaos. The silence allowed myself to hear my inner voice, the one that knew the way forward. Meditation tips. Find a quiet space. Start with short sessions, 5 to 10 minutes. Focus on your breath, don't judge your thoughts, be patient with yourself. The practice of meditation became my anchor, a lifeline in the turbulent waters of my emotions. It provided me with clarity, helping me discern between the voices of fear and the whispers of intuition. I began to trust my inner guidance, allowing it to lead me towards healing. Discernment. Identifying what surfaces heal. As I healed, I began to recognize the people and patterns that were detrimental to my well-being. I realized that some relationships, once sources of comfort, had become anchors, holding me back from growth. With newfound courage, I started setting boundaries, distancing myself from negativity, and surrounding myself with those who genuinely supported my journey. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. Creating space. Time for growth. I carved out space in her life for activities that nourished her mind, body, and soul. I rediscovered my love for creativity, spent time in nature, and engaged in practices that brought me joy. I understood that healing wasn't just about overcoming pain. It was about cultivating a life filled with purpose and meaning. I journaled, wrote poetry, and took long walks in the forest, allowing myself to process my emotions and connect with my inner self. Slowly, I felt my strength returning, my spirit growing stronger with each passing day. Building together. The power of support. I was fortunate to have a few trusted friends who believed in my potential. Together, we formed a supportive network, offering encouragement, accountability, and unwavering belief in each other's ability to heal and thrive. We celebrated each other's victories, big and small, and provided a safe space to navigate challenges. The feeling of being supported, truly seen, was transformative. They collaborated on projects, shared knowledge, and pushed each other to step outside their comfort zones. I realized that healing wasn't a solitary journey, it was a collective effort, a testament to the power of human connection. A new dawn. My journey was far from over, but I was no longer lost in the shadows. I had found my way back to the light, armed with self-awareness, resilience, and a deep sense of purpose. The scars of my trauma remained, but they were no longer symbols of pain. They were badges of honor, reminders of the battles I had won and the strength I had found within myself. And as I looked to the future, I knew that anything was possible. Key takeaways. Acknowledging your trauma is the first step toward healing. Meditation can help you find stillness and clarity. Discernment is crucial for identifying what serves you and what doesn't. Creating space for growth is essential for mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Building a supportive network can amplify your healing journey.